Alrighty, y'all. It is Wednesday, May the 21st, and we're going to talk about ETA a little bit more. I want your rabbit holes on what you think is going on. Alrighty, my darlings, I need a distraction. I need a distraction. You know when the wrong person pops up? You know the person I'm talking about. The wrong person that pops up. The one that makes all the wrong things feel things. The one that makes all the wrong things twitch a little bit, and you're like, okay, I need... We're doing something else before I make bad decisions and mistakes. Oh, I hate that one. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit more about Election Truth Alliance, ETA, if you will. We talked about it a little bit in one of the prior episodes, and I'm going to circle back because it's interesting to talk about, right? It's interesting seeing more and more information come forward from experts and people that are renowned in this field, just vetting it and further verifying what many of us have already known and have been saying since November of last year. And honestly, you don't see me talking about it too much because, darling, they've admitted it. Every few weeks they admit it again. And at this point, it's like, okay, I don't even know why do we need more evidence? Like the perpetrators said they did it. That's pretty open and shut. They're bragging about it at this point. Muscatina was going to the other countries. Which one was it, Germany or the UK? Where he pretty much went over and said, hey, I can fix this. I can make this. Didn't you see what happened over there? Yeah, I can do that for you too. Or was it France? He did it to one of the places. Remember when he was still being bold before he was humbled, and now he's just gone back to hiding behind the army of bots, and all of the bots named after him are back on all of the accounts praising him, praising his brands, praising the Stenchmeister, praising the regime, and of course pushing forth all the fake talking points, white genocide, and all the stuff that's not real, echoed by the other Mooga influencers. Oh, excuse me, when's everybody gonna apologize to my daddy king for calling him a felon? Like, I can't even keep up. And again, the bombardment is on purpose. So I've got Raw Cognizance, Kiki Call Out, some friends that have been working on this, talking about it. They've got a lot of links. I'll add some on my tree that is linked or pop some in the captions if I can. So for those of you who still need that data, who want to look at that or show it to other people, like, absolutely. Wealth of information. Now, here is where we reach the rabbit holes, because y'all know me. Y'all know me. I was one of the ones that was like, oh, okay, this has to be a sting. There's no way. There's no way. And then we watch and I was like, oh, shit. Now, there were some people who honestly believe that, yeah, there was a sting set up and something happened. And I can only imagine what could possibly happen that was so much of a threat that they all said that this was the better option. That's what's flinging me around that one. I'm like, what kind of a threat would have been so horrific that handing everything over to this regime felt like the better option in time? I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that. Feel free to put it in the comments. I'm open to theories and rabbit holes of your own, darling. I'm noodling that one because the only thing I can think of would be something, personal, right? Personal blackmail, whatever they were into, whatever secrets they got, that's one, right? Which is, of course, selfish and not, I don't want to hear that. I don't care what secrets you have. If your job is protecting America, your secrets are second priority, not first. I'm sorry. If you can't deal with that heat, get out of the kitchen, all right? Don't run for an office if you don't want to do the work. So that would be my answer to that. Now, if it was something larger than that, like a major threat to the nation, okay, that makes sense. I don't have further information there. If you want to throw it in the comments as to what you think that could be or why. I know we had the Dior bags in the sky and all of that. So there are a ton of different ways you could go on that. At the end of the day, y'all know what my bottom line take home on what happened is, which is, and I don't like saying it, but before I got swept up in the hype of Miss Ma'am and before I got excited, I was one of the people saying, look, you guys, it's good cop, bad cop, okay? Team Blue is only slightly better than Team Red, all right? They're not as outright evil in your face, but they are still peeing on your leg and telling you it's rain. They still want you in the jail cell, sure. Team Red is going to come in there and slam your face in the table and go, ah, ha, 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 and like enjoy the cruelty for cruelty's sake. And Team Blue is going to give you a Band-Aid and ask if you want a sandwich. tell you what your rights are, pat you on the back, let you know that they're gonna fight for you. Okay, forget about Team Red. He's an asshole. They're gonna try to make sure that you get a fair shake because that's what's fair, you know. But at the end of the day, both of them are still putting you in the cell for the night. Just one's willing to give you a blanket and the other one's going to pee on you and leave you in the freezing wetness. So, I mean, you know, is one better than the other? Yes, but it's arms on the same tree, branches on the same tree. Better, but... So, we've already seen it. And I know I said it before, but I just want to hammer it in because we're watching them do it. This thing with Cory Booker, after setting a record and getting all of us hyped up, was the only person to go ahead and confirm yet another convicted so-and-so to go be ambassador to wherever I can't even follow anymore. And I don't know. As much as I would love to believe that there is still some kind of a sting or that there was and something canceled it, I kind of believe that they did what I said before. They did the Disney. They gave us a good option with all of the things that we said we wanted, and then they let it fail, and they watched it fail. You'll see, if you look into that ETA information, you will see that the evidence was taken to the powers that be, and they saw it and said, we know, and we are not taking any action. At the time, I was like, oop, proof of sting. It is now May of 2025. I do not believe that is proof of sting. I believe that is proof that they knew it was coming and that they figured they would use it. Not they meaning specifically the campaign, but they meaning the Democratic Party. Because what are they doing right now? They're pushing for more status quo, pushing for more decorum. We had, 3, 4 elderly people pass in Congress. They're all Democrats. They were all of cancer, 80 plus years old, people that had no business still being in there, but the establishment wanted to keep them put because they don't want change. Okay, even the loud ones, sometimes there's a little problematic here and there. The water is too muddy. I believe that they are doing what they say they are doing, which is using it as an excuse to move their policies further right, to Gavin Newsom this ish, all right, and go from we're progressive to, you know what, we need to bridge the gap with the Moogas. Let's talk to Charlie Kirk. Let's talk to their people too, and let's see if we can find a middle ground between their extremism and the stuff you guys didn't fight hard enough for. Oh, well, you wanted help with your first home? We can't give you that, but maybe we'll bring back some of the Medicaid that those people cut. How's 1/3 of what they cut sound? You want 1/3 of what you used to have back? That's what it's going to be. All right. And then they're going to be like, oh, yes, and praise us. And it will feel like a lot. People are going to go, yes, Democrats. Woo! They gave us back 1/3 of our health care. Oh, and I'm not saying that to discourage anyone, darling. I keep saying that because I want us to stay motivated as the Hopenators, okay? It's with us. It's not going to be Congress. It's not going to be the military. It's not going to be an international court. Even if international courts bring forth warrants and whatever else, someone else still has to put it in action, okay? Jack Smith isn't going to fly over here and have handcuffs, all right? And since the regime is running every part of justice and investigation, they're not going to investigate themselves. They're not even firing the people that are actively, openly guilty of leaking information, allowing Russia into our databases, or even being in the cell phones of Russian spies in Germany. None of those things are enough to even get one of them fired. So if you think they're investigating themselves and willing to convict each other over anything that international courts have, I don't know where that's coming from. I have no idea where that belief could possibly be coming from. It's like the impeachment. It's nice to see articles. I don't know where anyone thinks that's going. There's no way Team Red is going to back that. They're not going to do it. And even a handful of Team Blue is like, no, let's not do that when we know we don't have the answers for it. So it's really a gridlock where they're just coasting it out and saying, what can we do? We're going to keep writing letters. We're going to keep making statements, and then we're going to keep facilitating what the regime is doing anyway, so that at the end you vote for us and we can move ourselves further right, and you'll think it's a deal because it's still going to be better than the mess that Team Red just created. That's what I see. That's my rabbit hole. I could be wrong. I would love to be wrong. So tell me what your rabbit hole is, what you think after you check out the information in the tree that is linked.